And we are going to go ahead and get started. All right, well, I want to welcome everybody to how to create a nighttime routine. And I want to tell you, this is a tutorial where I'm showing you how to do it, but we have a number of other events coming up that I want to make sure that you all knew about, so that if it's something you want to participate in, you can let your consultant know that are going to be hands-on. So Monday at 8 o'clock, we're going to be doing an advanced glamour clinic. So anyone who wants to be part of that, just let your consultant know and she'll put together a big packet of samples for you and send them out. It's free. And then come back on Monday at 8 and we're gonna get so glamorous you're not even gonna know what to do with yourself after, except maybe like take a selfie or something like that. We're gonna do like contouring and highlighting and eyeshadow and a little bit of everything. So that should be really fun. And next Thursday night at 8, we're gonna be doing something called a Hydra Session Spa Facial. Again, this is all skincare, no makeup, but it's a multi-step spa treatment that you'll do hands-on. Your consultant will send you all the samples. You can come back. We did this last Friday, and I think between all of the guests and all of the consultants, there had to be like 30 people on. It was really, really fun, but that's not what we're doing tonight. Tonight, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing getting ready for bed and how to really put together a good nighttime routine. Now, anytime that you write a comment in the chat, anything at all, then you're going to get a point because we're collecting entries and we're going to be raffling off some prizes. And so please comment, ask questions, anything like that. And Sue, if you could be in charge to help me with the chat, if like somebody asks a question and I don't respond right away, if you could be like, hey, this person asks, that'd be super helpful. So I have not done anything to get ready for this because I'm like, all right, we're getting ready for bed. So we're going to start with the eye makeup remover. This is one that I had decorated for myself for the holidays. I always take one for myself, which shows you about how long they last. Because if I got this around, started this right around the start of the year, there you go. So eye makeup remover, that's very, very important that before you do anything else, you take off all your eye makeup. As someone like me who loves a lot of mascara, if you're like that, or you love eyeliner, you want to make sure you get every little bit off because dust mites that live on our sheets when we sleep, they often like to eat away at dried makeup. That's disgusting. I won't say any other disgusting things for the rest of the night, but it is super important. Sometimes people will wash their face with cleanser and they'll be like, it comes off. But I guarantee that once you think it's off, if you actually used eye makeup remover, you'd find some on there, all right? So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna cleanse. Cleansing is super, super important that you wash your face every night. Now, sometimes people associate cleansing with, I'm just gonna wet my face. I'm using my Sleeping Beauty face cloth. Sometimes people think, you wash your face at night because you wore makeup, or because of like pollution in the air. And both of those things are true. But what I'm finding is that because people are home on, quarantine or whatever we call this, some people are like, well, I don't even need to wash my face. It didn't get dirty. It got dirty. Trust me, it got dirty. Wash your face. That's what you gotta do. So there are a bunch of different cleansers. And the one that I'm using is the Volufarm Time Wise Repair Cleanser, because that's just my favorite one. But we have a lot of good ones. I'm actually a big fan of the 3D one and the Naturally one. At the end of this, the one thing that I ask, all of these tutorials that we do are free. We give away a lot of free products. The one thing that I do ask everyone who's part of our tutorial is to fill out our survey at the end. So it'll have information about these products on there as well. So all you do to wash your face, you put on the cleanser, you wipe it off. Okay? We do have like the fancy Skinvigorate brush you can use to do that. Some people like to take it off by splashing their face with water. Sometimes people like to use a face cloth like this. As long as you are doing a really good job of cleansing your face morning and night, then you're ahead of like 90% of the population, okay? And here's the bummer. When you wake up, you have to do it again because like drool, sweat. I said no more gross things. Okay, so the next thing I like to do at night, although not every night, because you can over exfoliate, is to exfoliate my skin. So there are two different kinds of exfoliators that I'm going to show you. The first one is a glycolic peel, and this is the deepest exfoliator on the market. And so what you do is you squirt some out and you just rub it into your face. And I'm going to tell you, when you put it on, it feels like moisturizer. It doesn't feel like what you would think of with an exfoliator. Usually an exfoliator, you think of like scrub and peach pits and whatever. And the peel doesn't have any of that. What it has is it has glycolic acid, which is a naturally occurring acid, and it exfoliates your skin more than anything else that you can put on. You leave it on for 10 minutes and then you wipe it off. I'm not going to leave it on for the full 10 minutes because, we'd be like this. 8 minutes to go. 7 and a half minutes to go. I wouldn't do that to you. So we're just going to time lapse, okay? And what I'm going to do on the other side is I'm going to use the other type of exfoliator that you can use, which is a physical exfoliant, like a scrub. And the most powerful physical exfoliant you can use is microdermabrasion. Microdermabrasion you can have done at the spa, although not lately, or you can just do it at home. What you do, this is one of those things that it isn't better at the spa. Like, I guarantee that a massage at the spa is better than if, like, my husband gives me a back rub, right? I guarantee that, you know, there are a lot of things you can do better at the spa, but this is actually, they just rub this on you and they take it off and they play nice music and they like diffuse essential oils, but ultimately it's the same amount of exfoliation. So you put that on and then you go ahead and wipe it off. So which one should you use? Some people say, oh, do I need both of these? It depends. As long as you're exfoliating twice a week, it doesn't really matter which one you use. You can use both, but most people just use one. If you're someone that will never sit for 10 minutes to wait, then don't get the peel. Because sometimes people have this idea, oh, I'm gonna pamper myself. I'm gonna take the time, but in their heart, they know they're never gonna do it. Then you get the microdermabrasion. But you know what? Like, you know what? Life has been slowed down a bit for us, and I'd like to maybe slow down a bit too. Now, I see the question on there: are these products good for people with rosacea? So when you have rosacea, you got to be careful with exfoliating. So what I prefer for rosacea is the microdermabrasion. To start with, you can use both of them with rosacea. There's a myth that people with rosacea can't exfoliate at all, and that's not true. But what you don't want to do is grind it into your skin like you're going to get your money's worth. You know what I'm saying? You just gently massage it, and that will help take off the dead skin, and that can help your rosacea. So, but the microderm is a little bit gentler than the Revealing Radiance facial peel. So I'd probably start with this one. I have clients with rosacea on both of these that do very well with them. They just are gentle with them. So that's not an every night thing, but every night you do have to cleanse. And then the next thing you need to do every night, if you're over the age of 18, if you're under 18, I don't even know why you're here, but if you're over the age of 18, you want to use some eye cream. We have a number of different eye creams. The one I'm going to be showing you is the Time-Wise Heart Care Eye Renewal Treatment Cream. I'm just going to go through and I'm going to mute everyone who is, I think I've got everyone muted at this point. All right, so what's cool about this eye cream is that it has a titanium tip, and titanium stays cooler than air temperature. So what that means is that when you touch it to your skin, it feels cold, and I squeeze some out when I do that. And that helps get rid of puffiness. So you use that morning and night, and you want to do it like a little bandit mask, okay? So you want to have it underneath right here and on the sides where the crow feet live or could live someday, and then right on the hair of your eyebrows. Now, if you've joined us a little bit late, please introduce yourself. Please say your name and who your consultant is and what your favorite Mary Kay product is. So you want to put on a little bit of eye cream. You can use eye cream morning, or you can use it at night, you can use it morning and night. I use it twice a day because I'm like concerned about the eye area. Like, my eyelids are getting bigger by the minute, but the thing is that it's genetic. And that's how all the women in my family are. And actually mine are a lot better than a lot of other people in my family at the same age because I've been really good about using eye cream. But eventually those bad boys are going to have to come off. You know what I mean? You know, eye cream can only do so much. But it is a big difference when you have family members that have similar features. You can see how fast people age based on how they take care of their skin. And so let me tell you, use good product. Use good product. Now, after you cleanse, you put on your eye cream, you would either moisturize or you would use a serum and then you'd moisturize. So what is a serum? I get that question all the time. Basically, what a serum is a specialty product that's designed to work on a certain thing that you're concerned about with your skin. So we know moisturizer moistens, or, you know, hydrates, moistens your skin, whatever. But serums are more targeted than that. So I actually have two serums that I'm going to show you because they're my favorite. The first one is called the Tone Correcting Serum. And this serum is for anyone that gets brown spots on their skin. I don't show my face naked a lot, but I'm showing it to you. And this is actually the best my skin has ever worked. Look, I normally have brown spots all the way down here, up on my forehead. everywhere. And what happened is that last July, I started using this super faithfully twice a day. And it's all gone now. I mean, I can't even tell you how even my skin was beforehand. I used to wear 3 coats of foundation just to make it look even. So I'm a big fan of the tone correcting serum. This will help a little bit with rosacea, but it's not really designed for rosacea. This is designed for people with age sunspots. For people that have a lot of issues with rosacea, both the Volufarm set, which is the set that comes like this, and our Miracle Set 3D have been proven to help with rosacea. And that's a big deal that we can say that, because rosacea is a medical condition. So we can say that, and we can talk about acne, but you have to be really careful legally what you say. Like, you can't be like, oh, and this helps with your diabetes. You'll go to jail for that, right? But rosacea, despite it being a medical condition, we can tell you this has been certified to help, and it's been approved by the Good Housekeeping organization. We have the seal of approval. And then the other one I want to show you is the Advanced Lifting Serum, which is part of the Volufarm set. And what this does is this is all about elasticity and lifting the skin. So for anyone that feels that they need a little bit more lifting of the skin, this product is unbelievably powerful. It works great. And so I'm going to use both of these today, but the other one I want to tell you about, for anyone who feels that they have large pores, we have another product called the Pore Minimizer that people often use with the microdermabrasion. So this is the tone corrector, and it goes all over. And the Pore Minimizer actually tightens pores from the inside. And so most products that address pores just improve the look of pores, but the Pore Minimizer actually tightens them. And it's one of the only products on the market that will do that. Like, you can take rubbing alcohol and go like this on your pores, and all of a sudden they're so tight, and then 60 seconds later they're big again because they cooled off. So if you really have any sort of problems with pores, that's a great one. So if your consultant can help you with order of application, tone correcting serum goes before the lifting serum. Now, I do take the time to use 2 serums. Do you know why? Because you get one face. You get one face, right? And it is a lot easier to prevent problems than it is to fix them. We can still fix problems, like I talked about, like all the melasma and the dark spots that I had. But it's a lot easier to never get them. So I use 2 serums. Let's just time you for a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seconds. Like, do you have time to do that twice? We all have time to do that. It's all just whether or not you're like interested in that. Is the tone corrector okay for rosacea? It's safe for rosacea, but it's a lot of times people think the tone corrector would therefore be a treatment for rosacea because it evens out skin tone, but it's more for dark spots, age spots. Although most people that use rosacea say that they see some benefit from it. What I see more is that people get benefits from the full skincare system. So I would say use the skincare system. And then if you still have trouble, add it on then. Because sometimes when you try every product all at once, it's hard to know what's working, right? And you could be on more things than you need. All right, so I have the serums on of my choice, and now I'm going to go ahead and moisturize. My favorite moisturizer is the Volufarm night cream. Now, this has retinol in it, and you probably heard about retinol. Retinol is just vitamin A. Retin-A, very similar. Retin-A is the prescription version. You squeeze it down, and it squirts out like that, and then you go ahead and you wipe it off. And we go ahead and put this on. And what Retin-A does is it helps tighten the skin, just like retinol. Retinol does, just like Retin-A. It's just an over-the-counter version. And so you don't need a doctor's prescription for it, but it tightens the skin. It has vitamin A as an acid, so it helps the skin turn over, which helps with the look of fine lines. It helps with dark spots. This is why so many people love the Volufarm set, because it really checks all the boxes of the major things that people are concerned about. So this is my second favorite product in Mary Kay, is the Volufarm night cream. My first favorite product, which we're not going to try tonight, is the age fighting lip primer. That fights wrinkles around your lips and it keeps your lipstick on for hours and hours. So I'm a big fan of that. That's my number 1 product. But this one is a very, very close second. So for a lot of people, that's it. They wash their face. Maybe it was their night to exfoliate. Maybe it wasn't. They may have a serum or 2 that they use to fight a certain issue, whether it's rosacea or anything. And then they go ahead and moisturize. But I have a couple other things that I'm going to put on because I have a couple other issues. So Pamela asked, can you use the night cream in the morning? So I wouldn't because retinol And retin-A will make you sensitive to the sun if you wear it in the sun. If you wear it at night and then you wake up and wash your face, it won't make you sensitive. So you would have to really be careful to stay out of the sun. Instead, the Volufarm set has day creams in it, and they look just like this. I didn't think to have one here, but picture this in pink. And it's the opposite. So it's a moisturizer, but it's designed to be out during the day. It has SPF 30 in it, and it protects your skin. So it protects your skin all day. And then at night you go home, you wash your face, and then you repair your skin at night, because that's what the body does, right? We heal at night, and then we defend ourselves. We try to defend ourselves from all the elements during the day. So the two additional products that I usually put on is the acne gel. Like, I have a little pimple here, and you can see I have a little pimple right there. So what I do is I put this on last. Now there's a debate. Some people say you put it on first. I feel like when I put it on first, that when I put the other things on, it wipes them off. So I put it on last, and I don't care. So I'm gonna put a little bit there. I don't break out a lot, but I have been breaking out a little bit more lately, and I believe maybe it's from stress. I mean, I can't imagine why I would have any extra stress in my life, right? I know all of you are living the dream as well. Isn't this just great? Yeah, it's a good time. Oh, I need some hands. Hang on. Lucky, can you hear me? Yeah. I need some hands. And then the other product that I use sparingly, but I do use it particularly in the winter, is the Intense Moisture Cream. So if at this point my skin is moisturized, I could be done. Pull up a chair, honey. But do you ever get little dry patches? Because I do sometimes, especially when the weather can be raw. And so the Intense Moisture Cream, you can use all over your skin, but I never do. I normally get little, sometimes I'm a little bit raw around my nose. You know, sometimes I might get like a little raw, you know, dry patch here or there. So this thing is like 6 years old. It's probably expired. I'm sure it's expired. Who knows? But I literally have to throw them out before I use them all, because I don't use it a lot. Whereas I have other people that they use it as their moisturizer and they love it. But it's the greatest thing. If you ever get raw at all and you put some of that on, it stops it. And so I'm a big fan of that, even though I only use it in the winter and I just use a tiny little bit. Okay, now the last thing that I wanted to show you was our satin hand set, and I couldn't both stay on film. And
there's one question.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Do any of these products dry out your skin? No. So all of the products that I'm showing you either are oil-free and they just moisture balance your skin, or one product actually has oil in it, and that's the Intense Moisture Cream. So this is not appropriate for oily skin. We have an oily skin version of it, but none of these products will dry out your skin. We don't put a lot of alcohol in our products or anything like that, and none of these are products designed for that. Now, some people want to have their skin dried out. Some people are super greasy, they're super oily, they struggle with acne all the time, and they're looking for that, but none of these are those products. So this is my daughter Lucky. She's going to be doing her own makeup tutorial coming up soon, and so that will be advertised, but she's also going to be our hand model, because at night people oftentimes will treat their hands, because all day long we're washing our hands. It used to be we'd be putting on hand sanitizer, but who has that anymore? Nobody, right? And if you have it, don't admit it here on this call. Like, it used to be people break into your house, right, to steal your jewelry or your widescreen TV. Now they'll come in, they'll steal your toilet paper or your hand sanitizer. If you're a hoarder, don't let anyone know. All right, so this is a 3-step treatment, and it's just awesome for dry skin, which I think everybody has. So the first is the hand softener. All right, Lucky, tell them what it feels like. She's so good at this. She's such a good sport. She's been doing this for me since she was like 5 years old. All right, tell us.
I know I have really dry hands, and this like gets into all the dry parts and like creases and crusty. I know that's gross, but you know.
It's true though.
It's true, and it just makes them feel really soft and velvety like satin.
Awesome. So now I'm going to give you the second product and rub that in and tell everybody how it feels.
Well, this has exfoliating stuff in it, so like sugar. Is it sugar? Something like that.
Who knows? You know.
But it's but now this takes away all the dead skin that is not necessary anymore.
Awesome. So now somehow, without touching any of my doorknobs, your job is to try and find a way to get out of this room and go wash it off and come back here. That's for the doorknob in case you're logged in. So she'll come back and we'll do the last step. Now, in the meantime, what I'm doing is I'm pasting in the survey. And I'd really appreciate it if when we're done, everybody fills out the survey. So what we're doing is we're keeping track in the chat of every question that you ask or every comment that you make. And I really appreciate that because these are way more fun when they're interactive. And you get 5 extra entries for filling out the survey. So, oh, Pam said she has to go use it. You do have to go use it. So this is how you do it, especially if you already own it, right? It's in your house. You take the hand softener, you put it in all over, that softens all the dead skin. You put on the Satin Smoothie Scrub, rub it in, and then you're going to go ahead and rinse it off. That's what Lucky's doing right now. When you're rinsing it off, here's a tip. Get it out from under your nails. Because if you're picking the grit out for the rest of the night, then it's not fun anymore. You're going to do that when you got the water running.
I don't have any nails.
No, you don't, because she's a guitar player. You can't have nails, right? All right, and the last step is the hand cream. The hand cream you can use all day long. But the satin hand set, you're not going to need probably more than twice a week. If your hands are super dry, you might do it 3 times a week just to get them soft. The other thing that I tend to do is I tend to divvy them up. I don't always do it the way that Lucky's doing it. This goes by my bed. That's the super thick hand softener. This goes by my sink, and I'll just wash my hands with it, a few times a day when I'm washing my hands. And then I have about 17 of these half-filled all over my house. They're just everywhere because you can't have enough hand cream, right? It's like lip balm.
I have that on my nightstand.
You have that, you're nice, and yeah, that's awesome. All right, thank you very much. You did an awesome job. Are your hands nice and soft?
Yeah.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Alrighty, so a couple of things. I put the little survey on there. I want to let you know that we do have those events coming up, and if you're interested in any of them, just let your consultant know, and she can go ahead and she can send you the samples. The other thing is that we're looking to book more virtual appointments because I'm doing a lot of these partly so that there are fun events for you guys to be on, and then also I'm doing them to train the consultants that are on in doing their own, because I've been doing this for 20 years. So I've got a lot of experience on this, although not so much on virtual appointments. This is sort of a new thing for all of us, right? So if you would be willing to reach out to a couple friends and say, hey, we're all going to do makeovers, and then you'd hop on Zoom with your consultant, then you can let her know that in the survey, and that would really mean a lot to her too. So does everyone see the Google form at the bottom? It's where it was a note from me to everyone, and it says https forms.gle, that thing. Someone give me a head nod. So I think Sue's nodding her head. Steph is nodding her head. Okay, so that's the thing that we really need everyone to go ahead and just click on and fill out. If you're interested in any of these products, all the prices are there. There's no obligation to make a purchase at all, but don't you find it annoying when there are no prices on everything? I find that super annoying. It's one of my biggest pet peeves, actually. And so the prices are on there. It gives you an opportunity to give some feedback on our little session, because we're trying to come up with so many. If you have any ideas for other sessions that we could do, there's a place that you can put that on there. If you want to learn more about Mary Kay as a career opportunity, or maybe you know someone, like maybe this isn't for you, or you're already all set with your job or whatever, but there are a lot of people that are not all set with their job right now. So could be that you're talking to a friend next week and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed out, I'm not working. And you can go, ooh, call my friend Sue, call my friend Stephanie, call my friend Deirdre. She can help you out. A lot of times people that come on events like this or come to unit meetings that, this just isn't for them. They wind up being our best talent scouts, so you never know. I'm going to tell you this. My skin is super soft. I want you to go and do the same thing. If you need any of these products, tell your consultant. Cleanse your face every night. Make sure you're exfoliating 2 to 3 days a week. That makes a huge difference in your skin, whether it's dry, whether it's oily, whether it's acne prone, whether you worry about fine lines. It helps all of it. Get yourself a really good night cream and a nice eye cream, and you're going to look good for years to come. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on. I really appreciate it. Now, before you walk away from your computer, don't walk away. Click on that survey. You might have to cut and paste it. And please just go ahead and quick fill it out. And I just want to thank everybody for being on. I hope I get to see you again at another event soon. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.